Hello everybody, Vice here, and welcome to a new Let's Play. We're going to be doing Roller Coaster Tycoon. Now I'm not going to lie, this was kind of a spontaneous decision, but this is one of my favorite games from my childhood. I played this game a lot, and well, this series isn't going to be as serious as my other series sort of were. Just want to kind of make this a little fun series. I'm not the best at this game, so this is by no means any sort of walkthrough. I'm just going to be posting videos of me completing these various scenarios. I would like to do all the scenarios, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it through all of them. But we're at least doing this first one, so we'll see how this works out. Alright, so I'm going to explain how the episode format of this is going to work real quick. Now, each in-game year runs for about 60 minutes of real time. So what I was planning on doing is splitting up each episode up into 15 minutes each. So that means that for every year that we get in the scenario, that'll be 4 episodes per year. I think that's all I want to explain about the format of the episodes, at least for right now. So let's just... oh yeah, I have completed data on this first scenario. That was just because I was timing to see how long it would take for me to get through 1 year. But anyway, I guess we can start this first scenario here, Forest Frontiers. Alright, so as you can see, we come up with this objective screen as soon as we start. Now this objective, we have to have at least 250 guests, and at least a park rating of at least 600 by the end of the first year. Now, years in this game start in March, and they end in October. So it only runs 8 months out of the year, but it just skips the other 4 months, so you're not like in downtime or anything. So first things first, there's a lot to go over. I don't know if I'll go over everything today, or in this first scenario, because most of it's not really necessary. But the first thing I want to go over is research and development. Now, up here you can put in your amount of funding. The higher your funding, the more you pay, but the quicker research gets done. So for now, I want to put maximum funding. I just want to research shops and stalls. We have a bunch of other stuff we can research, and if you have more than one selected, it kind of selects one from each and then just kind of loops through them like that. And whenever you start, or well, not whenever you start, but this specific scenario, your park starts closed, so we want to open that up. We'll start the admission price at $5 right now, and we'll open up. Alright, so this is probably, what is it? Screen you want to get used to seeing, because this is where you build all your rides and attractions for like food, drinks, bathrooms, and other assorted stalls. Well, let's go over each type. You have gentle, or no, this is not gentle rides, this is transport rides. These are basically like track rides that can, well, are used for transport. I like to put some of these transport rides in my maps every once in a while to just transport guests around the map if they want to. Then you have gentle rides, which have low excitement rating but also a low intensity rating, so more guests can, more guests will probably ride it. And of course you have roller coasters, important part of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Since this is called Roller Coaster Tycoon, I'm going to try and build at least one roller coaster every 4 months. I don't know how well this is going to work out, because I might have capital constraints or size constraints in the map. But we're going to try, shoot for that. If I can't do at least one every 4 months, I'm going to try to do at least one per scenario. Of course, we have thrill rides. These have higher excitement and higher intensity than the gentle rides. Then you also have water rides, which we're not going to be going over in this map because for this one you have to have water, which we could terraform the land and create a little pond for this. But I'm going to wait until we have a scenario that gives us water to use those. Of course, we have path menus that guests will only walk on the paths unless you pick them up and throw them elsewhere. So I'll kind of start off with a little circular path here. You'll see why in a little bit. Then of course we have scenery and decorations. This makes your park look nicer, and I don't know if it has an effect on the guests' moods, but you will get awards if you have nice looking parks. Not that they really matter, but it's there. So I'm just gonna create a fence around here, make it look a little nicer. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of these two fences. Alright, so let's build our first ride here. I think we're gonna start with a gentle ride. We're gonna do classic merry-go-round. Why not? Okay, so this is your construction window. Now this will be more advanced or less advanced depending on what you're building. Roller coasters and track rides have more advanced features that you can do, but for gentle rides and thrill rides, you just place the thing and you're good to go. Alright, so after you place your ride, you have to place the entrance and the exit. It starts with in that order, or you can go out of order if you use these buttons down here. So I'm going to put the entrance right here and our exit right here. So then you have all these features that you can play with. We have what kind of cart you want to use. Most of the times we'll have one option available, but research can also unlock new types. And then you have the settings of what you can do. This also depends on which ride you're currently editing. So for the merry-go-round, we can edit rotations. I'm going to kind of bring this down a little bit so it doesn't play too long. And test results, when it's open for a while or you test it, those will tell you stuff like intensity rating, nausea rating, excitement rating, how long it lasts, that kind of stuff. Of course, admission price is important. All rides that you play start with a free admission price, so we're going to change that. We're going to say put it up to $1. And then this is the guest. It tells you how many customers, an average of how many customers are riding it, and actually how many total customers. You can also get guest thoughts on the ride, so that can be helpful if you're trying to figure out why people aren't riding for something like that. You can see what they're thinking. And we're going to have a little bit of lag as the music starts up, but well, we got the merry-go-round started up, so now we should eventually start seeing guests walk into our amusement park. But oh yeah, we have to have the queue. You can just have a normal path going right up to your entrance, but people won't be able to queue in line unless you have this queue right here. So we're going to hook this up right here and extend the path a little bit so that meets up. And so now more people will be able to queue up for the ride. Alright, well, here's our first guest. It's the first brave one to explore the merry-go-round. Alright, so I think this is a good opportunity to at least attempt to build our first roller coaster. Let's see how well this goes over. And we already got an award for being the safest park. Fantastic. Ah, that's what I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to put research back to its default settings. It was at normal funding and everything was selected. I just want to get that information kiosk. Now this is a stall where guests can buy park maps and umbrellas. As you can see, park maps sell for 60 cents and umbrellas sell for $2.50. I normally like to keep the stall prices at what the default is. They usually seem pretty good. But it seems like every guest likes to buy a map, so I don't know if they actually use it to be able to find attractions easier, but at least they're giving us money, so that's nice. Not much money, but every bit helps. Alright, so let's get into the roller coaster. We're going to use this type of roller coaster. Steel Mini roller coaster. Now, and sorry if I take pauses every now and then. I'm taking a sip of water because my throat gets pretty dry. But now, based on the roller coaster you build, you can sometimes have different parts, or you can see we have a 25-degree angle for a lift slope. So each roller coaster has different restrictions and their own uniqueness about them. We don't have too much selection at the moment, so we'll just stick with this crazy caterpillar. Now we have trees in the way, so we can right-click to remove them. Now the unfortunate thing about plant life in this game that they changed in later Roller Coaster Tycoon games is when you delete plants, you actually lose money for doing that, even if you purchase the plant. So you want to kind of place plants sparingly, only place them where you know you want them. Yeah, so I think we can set up. Now right here is the station. This is a special part. This is where your ride will start and stop. Your roller coaster will start and stop, that is. So we want to place a somewhat long station so we can have good carts. And usually most roller coasters start off with a lift. So this specific roller coaster has a restriction of only a slight slope lift. So you just can let's go to height 15, and then we'll level it off there. Now you still have to have the lift on this first flat part, otherwise it won't be able to make it up. But as soon as you get that first flat part and you can see the track is completely level, you can get rid of it. So let's see, I think we can just start with a drop right away. And we're gonna do a little spiral. This is one nice thing about this roller coaster. But I think, if I remember correctly, not all roller coasters can do this. I don't quite remember. It's been a long time since I last played this game. But we can do turning down, or hills that have a curve to them. Let's just curve it down for a bit, and we'll stop right there. Now you want to be... Now let's go back up a little bit. You want to be kind of careful when you're going uphill. You want to make sure not to build at the same height as your top lift hill, because most of the times it won't be able to make that height back up. So let's build to 12. We'll level it off there. And I think we can let's do a large turn here. We'll do another drop. We'll do a steep drop real quick, but we won't do it too much, because obviously steep drops increase the intensity. I think we should be able, we'll be okay with another turn there. We'll have to wait and see when we do the testing. And I think this will be a short kind of roller coaster, so we'll start bringing it to a close here as our paths get really congested with all the guests and hardly anybody in line for merry-go-round. Let's see what they're thinking. Yeah, they're all saying they want to go on something more thrilling. That's the case with a lot of gentle rides, but there is an audience for them. Can we get under there? No. We might have to do a little churn here. Yeah, that works out great. Oop, forgot to go level, okay. I guess I can show off some other special parts. Here we have, most coasters have the S-bend platforms. It just does a little S-bend like it says. Then also some roller coasters have brakes, which I think can lower intensity a little bit if you slow them down, but if you slow them down too fast, it might increase nausea rating. I don't know if that's true. I can't exactly remember, but it would make sense if you think about it. And I don't know if we're going to be able to make it over that little hill, but just a little spike of excitement at the end there. And I'll go ahead and do a little break to slow them down at the end. And we can turn right here and meet up with a station. So now most roller coasters are going to be circuits, but you don't have to build your roller coaster as a circuit if you don't want. I'm going to probably do a lot of them circuits, but every once in a while mix it up and see what else we can do with it. So I'm going to put the entrance right here, exit right here, and meet up with that path that I've set ahead in advance. And I'm going to extend our path out a bit more. I don't really like the entrance placement on that. What can I do? I think if I delete these paths right now, the queue won't meet up with it. I think. We'll go ahead and see. Okay, good. We'll go with that then. That works out. And this guest is lost, so I'm going to help him. If they're not on the path, they can get lost. So I'm going to pick him up and put him on the path so he doesn't get unhappy. Alright, so with track rides and roller coasters, you want to test them to see how well they do. Hold on, let me close this real quick. I'm going to start off with one train, just in case we can't make it over any hills, and it crashes. Now you can reset a crash, but people will get negative thoughts saying, oh, this roller coaster is unsafe. So you want to try to avoid crashing. And this episode is going to be coming to a close pretty soon there. I think I might wait till this roller coaster is done testing, and then we'll call it. Oh, and it's about to rain, so people might buy umbrellas. Yep, there they go. You can see the umbrellas, so that's another nice thing. When it rains, you get a good influx of umbrella purchases. So you can see our money is going up a bit every time. Yeah, so it takes a little bit. Yeah, so it's pretty intense. I look at the excitement rating. 4 is about a good excitement rating, for this roller coaster. That is. That's about as much as you're gonna get. So I think, well, for now, I'm gonna stop the episode right here. Alright, so next time, we'll be continuing on with Forest Frontiers here. So I'll see you then.